Hello, welcome back. It's been a long 6 weeks. I have not uploaded anything. I bet this is a bit of a surprise to you all. I know that a lot of people that are probably subscribed won't watch this episode, or this video in fact, but I've sort of just been doing a lot of stuff. Work, I don't even know, my bedroom, doing bits and bobs on that. Just very hectic period of life, starting work life. It's just been very hectic, very busy, and I'd probably put it down to a lot of creative block, like a block of being just creative in general. I do a lot of art, a block on that. Everything that I do graphics wise, block on that. There's just been a lot of work, no play lately, and news of FM22 coming out. I sort of see it as an opportunity to get back into doing videos, and really I realised that I was making a lot of reaction videos. I was making a lot of videos that weren't really things that I wanted to put out. They weren't high quality, decent types of videos. I think I'd like to say they were pretty high quality, but they weren't the stuff that I'd be wanting to put out. The topics and just quick fire videos that I could just put out when needed to. Reaction videos, something that I don't really see the point in doing. I'm not that big a personality. I'd prefer to be a bit more informative, a lot more like a TIFO type of stuff. But yeah, things along the lines of that. But I quite like where I am at the moment. With Football Manager being the main content that I'll put out there. I might try, depending on how things go, to get into that FIFA market. There's not really someone out there that does FIFA. Well, there's Manny, I assume some of people might know him, who does like the FIFA content as well as the Football Manager content. I'd love to try and be a bridge for that. Maybe try and add a bit more of a creative side to a Football Manager, say a bit more of a storyline aspect. I think it'd be interesting. But news of FM 2022 coming out, I wanted to try and really jump on that. But for now, really, this is an update on the Blackburn save, the Rovers return save, 10 years on. I thought I'd have done the last episode on this, but alas, here we are. It's the last episode of this, and in fact, hold on. Well, if we're going to do it, we might as well do it properly. We've got the Blackburn t-shirt on, and in fact, a very nice little present that I got for my birthday that I forgot ages ago is this very nice tie, which has the Blackburn Rovers. I don't know if you can see that. Zoom in. I'll put the full screen on. The Blackburn Rovers badge on it, and it's absolutely fantastic. You know who you are, who got at me. You're probably watching, hopefully anyway, and you know that I do appreciate this. So as I put this on, I'll talk you through what's happened over the last few years. So Blackburn, we've been dominant in the Premier League. I'll show you the Premier League stuff as we speak. In fact, I'll just show you this key screen here. So a few players have come and gone. We've had a few fallings outs with a few players. With the average wage and everything going on really with the club, as you can see, it's quite a big deal. It's a very, very, very big deal, should I say. Let me just push this up. I'm just doing this as quick as I can. It's not a fantastic window, but there it is. I need to try and get it out. There it is. You can see the Blackburn badge there. Got it on. Might as well get it on for the video. So, as you can see, we've done pretty well. Reputation is 5 stars. Stuff like that. Games play, we can go through my profile in a minute, but mostly Blackburn is what we want to be looking at here. So, general, we'll have a look at this. As you can see, we are now in the Legends category. We've had a very good run for us. Kenny Dalglish is still out there, 71 years of age. But we've had a fantastic career. Big Bad Baz, who is now Alan Barry, as you may know him, has been on a tear. I'll go through that soon, but he is now an icon of Blackburn's history. Anyone else in there really yet? No one else yet. Favoured personnel, we've got Vladson, Wiebel, the Magician, Adam Armstrong, as we know, and Laurent Gobert coming in, being quite a big man in the run through of stuff. Media prediction to come first. We've done very well. Captains haven't changed really because we have a very young squad. Facilities, we're getting a new stadium this year, which is a big one. Ewood Park will be slowly but surely taken down. I think the last game we ever played there, was it a 4-2 win against them? Was it? Or was it a 2-0 loss to Everton? I don't even know. What's the very last game that was played here? As you can see, loads of competitions have been played here over the years. But I think it might have been the last game against Marseille, because I think a lot of the last two games against Chelsea and Wolves of the last season were away from home. So I think the last game was a 4-2 win in the Champions League against Marseille. I don't know. I can't tell. But yeah, that's Blackburn for you. A pretty interesting one. A few affiliates in there. But history-wise, there we have it. We've got 2 Champions Leagues now. Interesting story there. 8 Premier League division titles. I think there was 3. It would have been 3 titles that we'd had to start off with, and ever since then we've won 5. 8 FA Cups. I'm not entirely sure if I won an FA Cup throughout this save. Europa Leagues, we've won 2 of them. Sky Bet Championship wasn't me. 4 Carabao Cups, I think they were all me. But as you can see over the years, we finished first. That was when the series really finished. 2025 was when we achieved the Rovers return, basically to finish the series. Then we had a bit of a dip. 5th, came 2nd then, and then 1st for 4 years in a row. We've dominated the league, but I think it's been tough. It's been tough, let's put it that way. Competitions, you can see here, I'll let you pause the screen and skip through that stuff as you'd like. A few managers-wise, well, we've been at the club ever since, look at that. Records, here's we can see the few new records actually here with the asterisks next to them. So most league wins, we've had 29, we beat that. Fewest league defeats, 3 in 2026-27. Any other ones? Here we go, highest gate receipts, 1.76 versus Valencia at home in 2028, that was. Average attendance has grown. That's going to be big as well for the new stadium that I'll try and find for you. Highest scoring league game, 8-3 against Brighton in 2027. Here he is, Laurent Gobert, the highest transfer fee paid for 2026. That was for Laurent Gobert from Inter Milan. We needed him. Highest fee received was for El Elegido, 111 million. Total transfer spending, 393 million we paid in 1 year. Players wise though, overall goals by a player, I think it was last year. Yeah, it was this year just gone. Adam, the Big Bad Baz. I can't remember his name now. Barry. What's his name? Not Barry Scott. Alan Barry scored 59 goals in all competitions. Most league apps as a player. Derek Fazackley. But Alan Barry might be able to surpass that. I'm not entirely sure because he did turn up when he was 18. Only played the 1 game. Then when he was 19, I want to say, 2, 4, 6, 7 years ago, would have been, 18 when he started. So 30 games over however many long years he'll be here. He'll probably be here until he's like 38 or something. But I don't think he'll surpass that, nor will our mate Vladson. Highest average rating, Alan Barry. Youngest player, Neil Baker. Neil Baker came through. He looks like a nice little player, but injuries meant that he had to actually start a game. So he's started a game for us against Manchester United away from home in the quarterfinals. Any other asterisks? Most assists by a player in a season, Vladson 30. That's a big one. Larson, you're still in there. That season we won the Premier League. That was a brilliant season for us. 25 clean sheets by a player in a season for him. Most awards, Azabaza. And then youngest goal scorer, Andy Trafford. I don't know if you remember that episode. I don't know if I actually... No, that wouldn't have been an episode. That definitely wouldn't have been an episode. So, yeah, I'll have to have a look into that. But yeah, most matches won in a row, 13. We won in a row, 2026. And then that's pretty much it. So that is us in a nutshell for Blackburn Rovers. Interesting stuff. The Premier League-wise, I'll show you what's been going on here. So if we go back to when we first started, Liverpool sort of dominated this era. We came up, we got European football. We then played again, finished 10th in the league. Liverpool won it again. We then got Europa League football there, which was big for us because we needed that to try and entice people to come and play for the squad. Liverpool won it again. Then we won the league that year. That was a struggle that year. That was one of the lowest set of points I've seen for the league, 86. Since the very start when Liverpool Liverpool won the league on 84 points, so a big struggle in this year, but we managed to just about pip it. We didn't lose that many games. We only lost to United, Liverpool, City and Leeds. We weren't that bad a side, but a lot of draws, and the wins were marginal. A lot of marginal wins, 1-0s, 3-2s. That season was pretty hectic. We didn't score that many goals. Goal difference wasn't fantastic. 32 to win the league. We just scraped it by the skin of our teeth. We managed to get through. Then United the season after, we finished in Europa League spots. Then City won it by 1 point in 26-27. This was the year where El Elegido, as we know him, Salamanca, left us. And then ever since then, we have been on smoke. 81 points. That was a weird year. 91 goals for, and we finished on 81 points, just about pipping Chelsea to it. Then 93 points the year after, 90 goals again for, 94 for City. We managed to just beat them by 1 point. Then again, 95 goals for. We absolutely smashed them last year, but 1 point in it again. And then this year, 102 goals for, 92 points. We absolutely smashed it again. City just about losing out for 3 years in a row. And then this year, we can try and go for five wins in a row, I think it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 times we've won it in a row now. Go for our 5th. So that's us in the Premier League. Interesting stuff now, as you can see. The Premier League, not much has changed. They Hull are probably in here to stay. But other than that, West Brom obviously started the season in there. There's not that many changes. Watford are in the Premier League now. Newcastle is still here. Norwich is still here. I think that's pretty much it, to be honest. Brentford are in the league, in the first league. Crystal Palace are in the first league. I want to say that's about it. Watford as well. But I think that's about it. There's not really been that massive a change in my league anyway. For 10 years, so it's pretty interesting. We'll now go to the Champions League. We'll have a look at that. Champions Cup, that's us. There we are. Stages. Hold on. Can we not go? Oh, we can't. We'll have a look at previous winners, past winners. Here we are. So we started off Chelsea, obviously winning it, and they predicted that right. Actually, Chelsea beating City in the last bit of the. That's a weird one to predict that correctly. Then Liverpool, PSG. Chelsea won it again against Barcelona. Chelsea doing pretty well in the Champions League. And then we did quite well in the run-ups to these games, these sort of things. But Inter were a very, very dominant side in the Champions League. Hansi Flick doing his thing. And then City beat Manchester United in France. But then against Zebra, we managed to beat them. I think I showed that episode. That was an interesting one. Champions League in the new camp as well against Zebra. We then lost to PSG in the final at Old Trafford. That would have been perfect for us. We didn't have to travel far at all. We lost out to that one in the final 1-0. It was a disappointing result, but Ron Court getting sent off in the final against PSG, who had Mbappe, Pedri, Alexander Isaac, De Jong, Ibanez. Very nice back four. Savin, who we know left us, very good player. One of the best, probably the best right back I've ever seen grace this game. Really, really good. But yeah, we had a pretty nice side out there, to be honest. Just didn't perform too well. Needed to mature a little bit more. Bilbao not having a fantastic game. But then the year after, made up for it. We beat Chelsea in what was probably one of the most dramatic games I've probably played for a long time. 3-2 was the final score. We went in the 13th minute we went 2-0 up, and then Ron Court yet again picking up a red card in the 24th minute, and we concede 2 within the space of 10 minutes, 27th minute and 38th minute. Skiblia and Kulisevsky, who's played very well for Chelsea, I've got to admit, but this side just wasn't good enough to beat this Blackburn side, which is pretty much the same, to be honest. Pretty much the same. Apart from Frugier came in. Champions League Frugier. One of the best players I've used on this save, honestly. And then Big Bad Baz scored in the 101st minute from just route 1. We were just going sheer route 1. And that's how things went. With England, that's an interesting one. England, the World Cup. I'll just update you on that because obviously I do manage England now. England, we won the World Cup. We managed to win the World Cup in 2023. 2030. Flipping heck. Managed to win it in 2030. 4-1 against Croatia. Croatia were not a great side at all to be playing. Friggin, a nice little player that I've brought in to Blackburn. He's been on the radar for quite a while. But that Croatia side, Gvardiol being the standout one, Livakovic in net, Radic, another player that I know. But this England side, Alexander-Arnold, Rice, Baptiste, Luke Thomas, Steele in net, Hardwick and Vernon, a very solid pairing that I know from playing at, obviously, Blackburn. Greenwood, flipping unreal. Absolutely, I've got to say, absolutely unreal. Foden, insane. And then Rob Heckman, the player that's coming through my academy, because Manchester United released him and nipped him off them for 1.5 million. He's coming through our academy, scores goals for fun for England, I've got to admit. 11 goals in 17 caps. Not so much for me, but Rob Heckman with 2 goals there. And then Greg, who we know from our save, who left us. He left us for Inter Milan for £135 million. Not been too great since, but for England, again, incredible. Really good. Scored 4 goals between them. And that secured England the World Cup. So far in our save, I'll go on to me now. I'll cover me. We're now sitting 12th altogether in the all-time Hall of Fame, which is quite something if you think about it. Bob Paisley, the only man that sits above us now throughout all time nationally, as in being English. Nation-wise, we've got Bob Paisley being one of the better ones, Wenger being a great, George Ramsey being a great for Aston Villa in the League One, in the top flight of English football, and then Alex Ferguson, the greatest of all time there. As you can see, we've got quite a bit of a way to go there. Another 8 domestic titles, another 4 domestic cups. Yeah, it's going to be tricky. Continent-wise, we are sitting 16th, doing pretty well continent-wise. 4 other trophies being, what are they? Are they the Champions League? Yeah, Champions League and the Europa League. But then, worldwide, of all time, we're sitting 12th because of these international trophies, I assume, and a lot of the other sort of stuff that have come alongside it. So we're sitting just above anyone that we know of. Louis van Gaal, we're sitting above Louis van Gaal. We're sitting just below Bob Paisley, Hansi Flick, Deschamps, Klopp, Mourinho, Ancelotti, Pep Guardiola, Zidane, and Mr. Ferguson himself, who's way clear. Zidane, how old is he now? 59. Oof, he's got 20 years on Fergie, but will he be able to win another few? Because he is at Manchester City at the moment, and I'm denying him any opportunity. I'm doing God's work at this point. Guardiola, 60 years of age, he's managing Spain now. He's gone into the International League. Don't think he'll be doing much longer. He's just not got the knack for it. So, as far as squads go, this is the squad that I've got at the moment. A few familiar faces, a few maybe not so familiar faces. David Bilbao in net. A fantastic player. I'll run through him a little bit. Really good for us. Perfect type of player to fit in the role he does. He's been with us for how many years now? 5 years? 4 years? Yeah, 4 years. Always conceded less goals than he's actually played, which is perfect. Well, that's probably testament to how great our back four is. James Narty, a man who's come through the academy, stuck with him. He went on loan to West Ham. I thought, you know what, let's give him a few tryouts. And he's been solid. He's been absolutely solid. I really like him. He's not amazing. He's not a world-class player, but he just suits this style of playing. I've got to admit, I can't knock him. Jorge Cow, a player that I loaned out quite a bit throughout my time. I signed him for $10.5 million. Then he went out on loan to Everton, didn't do too well. Played a few games for me in the Premier League, but I didn't think he'd start that many, so I sent him out to Hertha Berlin. He started playing very well, and I thought, you know what, let's just stick him in the side. And he's actually very good. He's very good. 18 passing, 17 tackling, great bravery, anticipation, concentration, decisions, which is what I think a defender needs. Work rate's really high, 6'3", great pace, great jumping reach, good strength. Just brilliant, really. Just overall brilliant. Ron Court, the man that I brought him, 6'3", another man that's just a physical specimen at the back. 69 million I brought him in for from PSV. I believe it is. No, AZ I brought him in from. Just another solid centre-back. Gunther, world-class world-class left wing back. Great physically, mentally unreal as well. Could be better teamwork and position-wise, but then going forward, great tackling, great marking, decent long throws, decent enough. Well, his crossing and dribbling is all the same. He can play anywhere up that left-hand side, whether it be winger, wing-back, inverted winger. He can even play inside forwards, pushing it, but he can play it if need be. He's just all round so good. Peter Vernon we brought in from Leicester in the 28-29 season for £123 million. You've got to look at this. We're 10 years on now. Things have inflated massively. 123 was the overall amount with add-ons, and this man's he's very good. He's just very good. I wouldn't say he's world class. I'd just say he's elite. He's an elite player in this side. Does very, very well. Great passing, great work rate. I've got him playing as Metzala because he's got good marking and tackling. First touch is brilliant. Heading's there. 5'11". He's sort of like just a very good midfielder, and he's only on 165k a week, which is something I admire about him. Then we've got Gobert, who traditionally doesn't play this role. We've got Camavinga for it, but I think he was injured at the time. But Camavinga's been playing this role very, very well. 28 now. Brought him in for 83 million from Rennes. I think he's very good, but Gobert plays this role really well. This man's been here for years now, and he's always put up like 20 plus contributions a year, near enough. Anyway, I know he might have had an odd year here, 16, but he's coming for 143 million, which was very expensive, and he's just very consistent, Gobert. Very, very consistent, so I like him in there. Then we've got the man that I treat like a son, Thomas Vladson. The drama of trying to get him in from Midgetland when he turned 18. 8.5 million we paid for him. He's now probably I'd probably say one of the best players. He's a world-class talent. When he plays on this right-hand side, in the position he prefers, which will be winger, but I prefer him as an inside forward support, he is sensational. 20s and 18s and 19s all around the board. Absolutely surreal. Another world-class talent is Frugier. I saw him at Real Madrid. They bought him from Monaco. I saw him at Monaco. They bought him from Monaco for 102 million. And then at Real Madrid, he really upped his game, like seriously upped his game. And I was looking for someone to sort of not replace Gobert, but be an even better central attacking midfielder, because that role is pivotal to your side. So I bought him in for 115 million, and he's just unreal. 17s and 18s, 20 determination, physically unreal, 5'11", wins headers, does everything. Absolutely everything. So this man's probably a world-class talent. Wiebel, a player that I brought in, quite young, 23, does very, very well in the sides that I've always put him in. Always contributed quite a bit. 95 million I had to pay for him. That's overall. That's like paid off over many years. I do a lot of Champions League bonus clauses, stuff like that. Just overall, just a really good player. And then, probably the best player in the world, I'd say. This man's definitely the best player in the world. These goals scream Messi, Ronaldo. So he started at Forest, where I was contemplating bringing him in, whether or not I should, and then I just paid the 32.5 million and loaned him out straight away to Celtic, because he wouldn't get in the side with Salamanca and I think it was Adam Armstrong as well. Just wouldn't get in the side. So I thought I'll loan him out quick, see how he does. Goes to Celtic, lone striker, 23 goals in 27 games. I thought, flipping heck, this is something. So I kept him at the side. I played him for a few games, and I gave him a full season where he scored 19 goals. I think Salamanca left that year, and then he became the main man. Main man up front, 29 goals in his first year, 24 goals the following year, 40. This is when he reached 24. Now just turned 25, 42 goals, 59 in a full season, 58 the year before, 40 the year before, 40 the year before that. He is turning into an absolute machine. In the Premier League, you take away the 50 goals that he's had elsewhere, he's on 161 goals in the Premier League. So at 25, which is Kane numbers. You're looking at Kane numbers, and never mind what he does in the Champions League. This man scores hat-tricks for fun. He's probably the best player I've ever worked with. He's not even on the highest wages at the club. But as you can see here, his records, 200 apps, 161 goals for us. overall in 3 clubs, 302 appearances, 211 goals. For his country, he took Ireland to a quarter-final. 74 caps, 68 goals. The hexagon says everything you need to really see. Or the octagon, sorry. The octagon says everything you need to really say about him. He can do everything. Absolutely everything. He's such a great player. Big Bad Baz. And then going through, you've probably noticed a few players here. Joe Maggs, I brought him from Chelsea. He's a nice little striker. Neil Baker, the 16-year-old on the bench. A few players have come and gone. Andy Trafford, if you remember him, with Rob Heckman, I believe, was coming through. Andy Trafford just not really cutting it. Anyone else really to update on? I don't think there's anyone else really to update on, apart from myself. So we'll go with myself now. Finish this off. This is just going to be a long 30-minute episode. So this, known for leading teams to title wins, playing attacking football, possession-based style of play, entertaining football, high tempo. I sign a lot of youngsters for the future. I prefer that take. With Football Manager, you see a young player, you bring them in, and if they fit the bill, they stay. If at 21 they've not really done much, they go. That would be my philosophy. That's my philosophy. As long as I've played Football Manager, and if I was to ever become a manager, that would be my philosophy in real life. Crystal Palace is a perfect example. Bring in the youth. If they don't fit the bill, get rid of them. Start the youth, trust in them, and then they can play for however long they do. Reputation quite high. Media handling, I skip a lot of it. I don't go to the media stuff. Don't do any of that. Tactical consistency, very consistent. Hands-on approach, incredibly hands-on. Managing finances, very good with that. Handling team discipline, 75%. Loyalty to players, very loyal. I am incredibly loyal. If I like a player, Vladson, the amount of times I've had to say to him, you're staying, you're not going, and he's sulked, and then he's realised, oh, we've won the Champions League, or we've won the Premier League again. It just works. We've had an absolute unreal run, really. Can we go into the stuff like my career? We'll go into the milestones. I don't think there's anything really to look at. Entered Worldwide Hall of Fame this year. A lot of Manager of the Months and stuff. My history, here we are. My history. Job history, not really much to look at. Overview. Let's have a look at the overview. Here we are. Number of jobs, 1. We've been in the job 3,985 days. 27 awards, 68 million worth in total earnings. Highest nationality ranking, 2. That's not bad, is it? 99 players bought. Now, if you think about it, over 10 seasons, 10 players bought per transfer window. It's quite a bit, but it's not. When you look at like buying backups and buying this and buying that and stuff, it's not that much. I don't think it's that much. You see players, I'm like 11 seasons, you want to call it 11 seasons, fully in here now. I've not bought that many players. Like, you look at people there, it'd probably be about 150 where they bring in so many youngsters. I don't do that. I just find the good one. Value, as my camera has decided to run out because we've gone over 30 minutes. There we go, we're back on. Players sold, 140. That sort of says a lot about me. Highest fee spent, 143. Highest fee received for Dennis Savin, 111 million. I don't like paying a lot to agents. Total fees to agents, over 100 transfers, only 20 million to agents. I'm so happy with that. Games played, here we are. For Blackburn Rovers, we'll do Blackburn first. Games won, 411. Games drawn, 110. Games lost, 112. 64% win percentage. That's a lot. That's high. Considering where we were, goal difference as well being 707. When your goal difference is higher than your goals against, that's when you know you've done well. 11 cups, 5 league wins, promotions as well. It's just been a sensational run. And I'll tell you what, I'm incredibly happy with my profile. Relationships-wise, can we see my relationship? I want to see who's my best opinion of. I'd love to see that. I don't know if I can, but I really want to now. But yeah, here's my attributes if you're interested in them. Near 20s and everything because I've got my Continental Pro and done so well in the saves. I would retire, but I want to keep this save just for memory's sakes. And I'm really happy that I've done it. I'm very happy I've done this. I know it was a very short series, you think about it. A lot of the series that I've done, like Glory Hunter, got to 100 odd episodes. Dr. Benji does 100 odd episodes. Work the Space was 100 odd. I kept this concise for a reason. The aim of the very first episode, my aim was to get them to win the Premier League. That was it. I didn't care about Champions League or Europa Leagues. That was like a journey along the way. I managed to get Blackburn back within probably 7 seasons, which was a push, but we got there. The journey was brilliant. We had a nice title back challenge. I didn't expect to win it. On the last day of the season, I didn't expect to win it like that. But we did. And it was just nice. It was just a nice overall feel to it. After everything, I'm very happy I did it. It gave me something to do with an evening, if you know what I mean. If you've ever wondered or thought of doing stuff like this, I definitely recommend it. Thank you very much. You know who you are. But yeah, it's been a long ride and I've enjoyed it very much. And I'm looking forward to a project in 2022 that I can do on a Football Manager, because I think that'll be a pretty nice one and stuff. I want to see how I can turn the channel into something quite interesting. But yeah, that's everything. I hope you've enjoyed this last ever episode. 10 years on, 32 minutes in, showing you sort of the best stuff about Blackburn. I've made it about Blackburn. I was going to show you like France's team and City's team, but I've made it about Blackburn. I've made it about how I've progressed and my profile in the save. And I hope you've enjoyed it, because I fully have done as well. Thank you for the support on the series. I know this is probably out of the blue, but yeah, thank you very much for supporting, and I shall catch you soon. I don't know whether or not I'll do daily videos ever again, really, but I'd love to. I'd love to make this a thing, but we'll have to see how things pan out. So yeah, thank you for watching. As ever, you know the drill with stuff like likes and subscribes. I'm not really looking into that nowadays, but yeah, hope you did enjoy the video. Thanks again for a great year of Football Manager. Soon be hopping on the stuff about Football Manager again. Might try and make some little content on that. And I shall see you soon. As I said, thanks for watching. From me, Alex, have a great day. Ciao.